Folks, do you remember this clip? The clip heard around the world. The clip that will be following Angel Reese for the rest of her career. As long as her games don't sell out, as long as her games don't attract a good number of celebrities, as long as her games don't have any type of viewership motion, for lack of better terms, as long as all those three facts remain the same, this clip is going to follow her forever.
Ever notice how the loudest claims often fall apart under the lightest challenge? Ask someone to back up their bold words with real evidence, and the truth usually comes out. A Chicago Sky reporter recently asked Angel Reese about her famous line from last season when she said people watch women's basketball because of Me Too. Her two-word reply has now gone viral for all the wrong reasons. I'll break down that awkward moment shortly. But the real story is in the numbers. Is Reese really a draw, or has she just been riding Caitlin Clark's momentum this whole time? This is a classic case of writing checks you can't cash. If you're Team Clark, comment baby goat over baby giraffe down below. Let's go.
Long since I've seen this clip, I forgot how arrogant Angel Reese sounded. I forgot how full of herself Angel Reese sounded. I forgot not only how nasty she sounded, the nasty facial expressions coinciding with her answer. You can see it clear as day. It's written on her face. She's disgusted that she's not getting the credit that she deserves.
Remember when Angel Reese declared people watch women's basketball because of Me Too? That bold claim from last season just hit reality head on. It turns out maybe the phrase reality is coming was actually about Angel herself.
Sorry, young lady. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody would be watching the WNBA additionally for you. This is all about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is bringing the money to the game, the planes to the game, the TV viewership. The WNBA is on fire because of Caitlin Clark.
At the peak of her rivalry with Caitlin Clark, Reese positioned herself as more than a top player. She claimed she was equally responsible for the surge in women's basketball viewership. After LSU's win over Iowa, she didn't shy away from the spotlight. She embraced it and painted a picture where women's basketball needed both her and Clark to thrive.
So Angel Reese was asked about this exact statement, and she decided to duck it.
Fast forward to the recent Chicago Sky press conference kicking off the 2025 season. A reporter asked Reese directly if she still believed people watch women's basketball because of her too.
Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you too. A year later, do you feel like you're
Next question. Yeah, we'll move on. Thank you. Move on to Zoom.
Her response: just 2 words. Next question. The room immediately shifted. You could feel the awkward tension. No follow-up, no explanation, no stats to defend her previous claim. Just a quick dodge that said more than any full answer ever could.
Now, keep in mind, whoever asked this, and there's people clowning the person that asked this, it was her statement going during the basketball season from last year, and the person's asking for her current feelings on said statement, her own statement. She pulled a next question. She ducked that. She duck goose that right out of existence.
This moment wasn't just uncomfortable, it was telling. When asked to stand by her own words, Reese had nothing to offer. No data, no defense. And honestly, how could she? The stats tell a very different story from the one she pushed last year. The Chicago Sky averaged only about 8,000 fans per home game last season. Meanwhile, every Indiana Fever home game sold out with over 17,000 fans filling Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
She talked about sold-out arenas. What arenas are selling out that Caitlin Clark isn't playing in? I need to know. I need to know. But the Las Vegas Aces. No, the Las Vegas Aces sell out their season tickets. Tell me somebody who's selling out every damn place they go that's not named Caitlin Clark. Tell me somebody who's attracting celebrities, numerous celebrities everywhere they go, not named.
Jump ahead to this year. Let's look at Reese's preseason homecoming at LSU. This is her territory, her college arena, where she built her image and won a national title. You'd expect a packed house, but only about 6,000 fans showed up to the Pete. Maravich Assembly Center, which holds over 13,000, not even half full for their champion's return, that doesn't scream superstar draw.
Her statements from last year, that's from a circus. That was a clown show statement to have made about watching for us and blah, 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 blah.
It gets worse when you look at their other preseason games, the Chicago Sky home game against the Minnesota. Linz drew just 4,600 attendees. Think about that. Her own WNBA home court couldn't even fill 5,000 seats. Another game against the Lynx, this time in Minnesota, managed only 7,600 fans. And let's be honest, most of those fans came to see the home team Linz. These aren't the numbers of someone driving a basketball revolution. They're the attendance figures of any other WNBA game.
We're going to find out very quickly who amongst the Chicago Sky fans are really and truly basketball fans, or are they Angel Reese, the content creator fans? Because, and you got some of those folks obviously tuning in for basketball, but is it because of Angel Reese or for the best interest of the Chicago Sky team and you want to see them win ball game?
The pattern is hard to ignore. Game after game, the empty seats are louder than any claim Reese makes. After the LSU game, her mother jumped on social media trying to run damage control.
Angel Reese's mom taking to X to tweet this after all of the hullabaloo about Caitlin Clark and the high ratings. She says, that certain fan base looking in the stands celebrating attendance, while others are looking up in the rafters celebrating championship banners. We ain't the same. Different year, same haters. Have a great day. Well, all right. It is a different year, and it is the same haters, but I think you're calling yourself out, Mama Reese.
The defensive tone speaks volumes. When you can't win with facts, attack the people pointing them out. That next question moment wasn't just Reese dodging an uncomfortable reporter. It was her avoiding a confrontation with the uncomfortable truth about her actual impact on attendance. She made a claim she can't back up, and now the receipts are coming due. The numbers don't require interpretation or spin. They stand on their own as clear evidence that something doesn't add up, and trust. These attendance figures are about to look even more embarrassing when we compare them to what's happening with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, the attendance. Numbers for Reese's games reveal the harsh truth she's not willing to face. Talking about being a draw and actually being one are two completely different things.
And said next question, so she doesn't want to take responsibility for her own words.